Hello, good morning. All right, so we're going to wait for one more interpreter to get here, and they'll be speaking in English, and the other person will be signing country sign. All right, so we're going to wait a bit until the next interpreter arrives. So we're just going to give them a few minutes. Okay, please. And so we're going to wait a little bit more. For the device that's named capital AA, could you please mute your device? So we're going to wait like 2 more minutes for people to show up. But it's nice to see the CCCD students here. Really nice.
CCCD, not Patrick.
All right, so now we're going to start. All right, so welcome, all right, to JSL signing Vibrancy. And this week is Deaf Awareness Week, and we're celebrating today, and today is entitled Recognizing Their Country Sign. So Jamaica's sign is Jamaican Sign Language, and we use Country Sign Language, right? So these are Jamaica's sign languages. All right, so we're excited to celebrate. All right, so thank you guys for joining the meet, for coming to learn together, because we think this is important for the community and our partnership with the JSL Bible Translations for the deaf community, right? And the deaf community are involved with the deaf people, the deaf blind people, hard of hearing people, people of autism, hearing coders, everybody, yes. And we are within the deaf community, right? So before I proceed, I want to explain who I am. I am a Black woman. I have on glasses, and I have orange looking glasses, and my hair is cut back, and I'm in a yellow shirt, and my background is cream colored, and I have a Jamaica themed wristband, right? Because Jamaica is my yard. All right. So now we have two interpreters here. So people, your mics, please do mute your mics. Please. Everybody, ensure your microphone is mute, because the interpreter needs to speak, right? And hearing people need to hear the interpreter, okay? So please, mute your mics, all right? So you're going to see sign language, and we have spoken English. We have an English interpreter here. We have country sign language interpreter here. So there will be spotlights and you can see, right? So for the JSL Bible Translation team, we're happy to offer signing that looks nice, and it's belonging with Jamaica's culture, and it's exciting, and we're excited to show you. So before we move forward, we're going to open with a prayer, and we ask Clifton to sign in. Clifton to do the opening prayer. So please spotlight Clifton. All right, hello everyone. Happy to see you. Hold on. Country sign needs to be spotlighted. All right, so hello everyone. I'm happy to see you. All right, so already I'm going to start. So dear Heavenly Father, great one, we want to thank you for bringing everybody here together for this interaction for deaf awareness. And we can learn and grow within the community as a big family. And not only for ourselves, but we work together equally, and we work for you. In Jesus' name pray, amen. Thank you. Okay, all right. So we're going to now move on. And we want to check where you guys are from. Where in Jamaica are you from? From the west? From the if you're from Montego Bay, could you please raise your hand? Let me know where you're from. If you're from the western side, like Trelawney, Montego Bay, anybody here from that side? Okay, you have one, another one. Okay, nice. And another one from St. Catherine. Okay, nice. So what about The middle. I could Saint Anne, Lonnie Manchester, Saint Catherine. Some say Saint Anne. Okay, nice. Saint Catherine. Okay, nice. Saint Elizabeth. Saint Elizabeth in the south. Saint Elizabeth. Nice. Nice. All right, nice. So now we're looking at the eastern side. The eastern side. Portland, St. Mary, Kingston, St. Andrew. Anybody here from these sides? No? Okay, so what about foreigners? People from other countries. Anybody? Yes, you have some. Okay, nice, 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 nice. So again, I want to welcome you, and this is the JSL Bible Translation. We're going to have some nice talks, and we're going to talk about our culture and everything. All right, so before we move on, I want to show you basically our mission and what we aim to do. So we're going to show you it, and there's no audio. So we're going to ask the interpreter, please, to speak and interpret while the video is being played and translate. Okay? So country sign may also continue sign. All right? So please show the video. Thank you. So God written, word made alive in sign language. So the vision, the result of this vision is we sign and it's readily influential to the area and that people can understand and connect and feel the language, and it can allow them to have changes internally with God and with themselves, and also with other people to be unified. So the goal is, in whatever we do, we're three things. So God's written word, the Bible, and spiritual formation content, encouraging and signing. We provide content with vocabularies and meanings and titles in JSL, country sign, and patois. And we produce these videos and make clips, and we make them really neat to spread for the deaf community, to provide access. So looking forward in everything we do, we think about our Bible, we do our research, we produce, we partner, and we do everything all for the praise of God.
That's our work. That's what we do. So we give our hats off to God. Everything is for God. Everything is for the deaf community. It's for access, so they have access to Jamaican Sign Language or their sign language, whether it's Jamaican Sign Language or country sign, which does include patois. Resources are for your benefit. It's for the benefit of all. So it means at JSLBT, Jamaica Sign Language Bible Translation, we are going to show you what we've been doing, what we have been making. So we're really excited to show you because it's Genesis. It's in JSL. Both JSL and Country Sign are included, and we'll be showing that. After that, we'll have a discussion as to what we've been doing so far for the 2 years here at JSLBT, both with Jamaican Sign Language and Country Sign. Can they merge a little for the translation of the Bible? That's one of the things we'll be discussing because we want everybody to understand God's word, right? So I think that will be a part of the discussion today as well. And then, maybe you want something to laugh because, after such presentations, we'll have bloopers. So we'll show some bloopers, some mistakes that we made, and we had to work to correct them. The translating job is not very easy. It's very difficult. It's tough. You have to be doing it over and over, your facial expression, your body language, you're tired, you're breathing, and you have to keep doing it until you get it. So we have some fun stuff there, some bloopers to make us laugh, to show you a little peek inside at what we're doing at JSLBT. We won't be using any interpreter for that video. We'll just be relaxing and watching the bloopers. Clifton? Yes, that's our bloopers. It's translation work. It's a lot of hard work, but also there are some fun moments while we're doing translation. It's good. Daily something happens, little bantering, little fun, and we support each other. So today we will show some of our translation work after the behind the scenes and the bloopers and the hard work and the sweating. We'll show what we have done. All right. First, I want to explain JSLBT, Jamaican Sign Language Bible Translation. Why you haven't seen anything. It's been 2 years. We haven't seen anything. What's up? What's happening? I want to explain that, just a little explanation. And then we'll show Genesis 1. I'm very excited. Okay, so we'll show. So first I'll do a little explanation as to what took so long. Can you see the slides? Yes, can you all see the slides? Okay. So I'll explain the translation process, the step-by-step process first, and what we did first. It's called exegesis. Exegesis. So that's really discussions, roundtable discussions. We had a group come in, sometimes 4, sometimes 5, sometimes 3 people, had discussions at JSLBT. plus deaf people in the community. We brought in one or two every week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, mostly Tuesdays and Wednesdays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And we'd have discussions, share ideas, brainstorm, and we'd have heavy discussions around the clock, sometimes 4 to 5 hours worth of discussions. We'd be having discussions for those length of times. And we'd use a video recorder to record what was being discussed. And then we have the green screen for filming in the filming room. Just like how you saw on the phone, we would, whatever we recorded, we'd copy it, imitate it, and then the team would watch on Thursdays. Every 2 weeks, they would watch on Thursdays, and some would say the concept is clear, some would say the concept is not clear, so we'd have to do it over, we'd have to do some adaptation, some adjustments. That's the team check, and then we'll go back to the studio to film and follow what the team advised us, and then we'll do it over again. And after everything was done, we'll send it to the consultant to check. And after the consultant checked, to ensure that the concepts, the Hebrew language, the first biblical language, and the Greek, to ensure that the sign language was the same, and they are not marking Jamaican Sign Language, they live overseas, but they're familiar with Universal Sign Language, ASL, they're familiar with that. So they'd watch our translation, and then ensure that it properly correlates with the Bible. And then after that, we go back here in Jamaica and we do filming to ensure that it's pretty, it's perfect. And then we send it to the community check. After that, we invite the deaf community to come in, coders, a person who is, who can sign, hard of hearing, somebody who maybe is excellent at JSL, somebody maybe not so excellent, but we bring everybody in and we show them what we have, and then they watch, and they might suggest something, and they say, I'm not understanding this clearly. And they say, maybe this is a better way to express it. And then we'll film them while expressing that. And then come back here. The team will come back, watch what is said, adapt, adjust, and then film the translators again. And then for the last time, we send it to the second consultant check. And they told us that we needed some adjustments, we needed to do some redos, we did it, and then it was finally approved. So that's the step-by-step process that took us the length of time that it took. It involved different partnerships, different stakeholders like you, Jamaicans, interpreters who lived overseas, who came, they gave feedback. Deaf people gave feedback, or community. It's really ours. It's really from us. So the Bible is for everyone to access. And that's why it's a little bit delayed and a little bit lengthy. And JSLBT, we're new. So it's a little bit awkward. We are going through the motions and the phases. So we're trying to move a little bit faster in the future, but this was our first step. So that's a step-by-step process that we went through. If you have any questions, hold it. Later, we'll allow you to ask questions, right? Okay. So now I'm really, 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 really excited to show you Genesis chapter 1. Hold. Genesis chapter 1, Genesis chapter 2, and Genesis chapter 3 are finished. We will upload it to our website and on YouTube on Monday. It means you are the first ones to witness it today. Genesis 1, but it will be uploaded on Monday. We're translating many books at this moment, Genesis, Ephesians. We're translating them. Next week, we'll start with the book of Jonah. We're excited about that process. And then January 20, 26, 20, to February, we will march. They're about January to March. We'll do John, right? And that's 2026. My team said not 2025, 2026. Yes. That will be next year. We'll translate the book of John. So now we're ready to show Genesis chapter 1. So please, Clifton, show it. No.
All right, that was really nice. That was really nice. Come, applaud, applaud. Because the team worked really hard and they produced this really good. So, round of applause for them. And I still look at this in awe and I think it's really beautiful. We should highlight the translator. Zandria, please come on screen. Zandria Peterson. So you can see her face here. So please spotlight Zandria. So please applaud her. Please do. Good job, everybody. Good job. Because it's really teamwork. Teamwork makes this possible. And it's really good, right? So thank you to the JSL team and thank you to people who are joining outside, who support us on Thursdays and Wednesdays with concepts and ideas. Thank you also to, as you see the picture, you see with the different backgrounds and the graphics is an organization that makes cartoons and they help YouTube videos and we asked them, they're called the Bible Project, and we asked them if we could partner and use their pictures and they said it's fine, no problem. And we got to partner with them for the background, for the graphics, and it was really awesome. So it was really good. So much applause for that. All right, so thank you, thank you, thank you. And I personally, Tasha, I am saying that you guys in the deaf community, I, I, your feedback, your suggestions, your ideas that you gave me, I believe it was really amazing. It was really cool, and I try not to focus on just one parish. I try to make it be Jamaica based, right? And we see feedback from everybody, and it's really good. You taught my team, and you taught us a lot within JSL, Patois, and also countryside. So thank you for the in-depth feedback. Thank you very much. All right, so we having Genesis. We looked at Genesis 1, so we'll be having 2 and 3 there on YouTube. You'll see it on Monday. So you can watch the rest of the chapters and it will be there on Monday. Okay? All right, so Ephesians will also upload, and then Jonah, and then we'll do John, and over time we'll continue to upload. All right, so it's really exciting. The English was okay. The English, you're saying, okay, all right, yeah, reading the Bible, all right. But there wasn't really that connection. But the signing, it really forms a connection. And I truly love signing. So when I see it, I say, yes, this is it. This is it for me, right? Signing is my language. That's my language. So it's important for you guys to get access to God's Bible, to God's word, right? So again, want to applaud for the first part of Genesis. I want to thank the team, and also I must say to Clifford, please to turn on your camera. Clinton, sorry, because he made the edits and everything. He did all of the editing. Yes, Clifton. He did all the editing. So thank you. Thank you also to Clifton for good work. All right, so now we want to look at the people within the group who focus on the language. And it's important for the linguists who are there to work on the Bible translation. And if you notice the signs, you see there's JSL and you see country sign. Did you see any country sign there? Did you see any country sign? Mm, come. I need the feedback. I need the feedback. I need you guys to let me know. Did you see any country sign? All right, so you see, someone said yes. What you notice? What did they say? What you notice? Right, it's from Saint Elizabeth. So what sign did you see? What sign did you see? Right, right. You saw the interpreter said right. Country sign. They said right. Good. So you see Genesis 1. You see the country sign. This sign represents the day, and this is how country sign is done. Right. So with the night, evening, afternoon. You know, the sun. You see that? You see the representation there? Yes, it's there. Right? And also the grass, the crops that are there, and so on. You see the things that are there, right? And we put them together. And how much percent of this is JSL and how much percent of this is country sign? We'll be talking about that now. So we'll be having a presentation and I'll try to move on as quick as possible. All right. So ready? All right, ready. So Zandria and I will be taking turns. So please spotlight Zandria. All right, so this presentation is focusing on a linguistic analysis of JSL and CSL, Jamaican Sign Language and Country Sign Language. So we're basically sharing our work we have been doing ever since. All right, so we do research. What do we do the research for? JSL. Is JSL standardized? Is it the same in every part of Jamaica? Does country sign have any influence on JSL? So do we see country sign in JSL? And can JSL and country sign be combined for the Bible translation following the data analysis? So these are the three things we looked at. We traveled and we collected a lot of data. We collected a lot of vocabulary signs, and we did a lot of editing. We did a lot of research, and it was a lot of work. It really was, right? So we got our researcher to come, and they would look at facial expressions, eyebrow movements, and so on. And these three questions in relation, for the past 2 years, we have found some answers, right? So we're going to be looking at that. All right, so handing over now to Zandra. All right. Oh, so the interpreter, sorry, interpreter is in scene, Zandra. All right, so we're going to move on. Just a little difficulties with the interpreter. All right, so for the past 2 years, we have collected vocabularies, we have visited different parishes, and some men and women sign differently, right? And we want to see both of them. We want to see the sample size demographics, right? So we want to know the sign, we show the percentage, and it shows an analysis where 127 men, and in women it's 160 for the sample size demographics. And also not only men and women, but also, it's categorized. So we know who these people are. They're grouped in hearing, deaf, hard of hearing, different categories. And the deaf has increased to 198, and in women it's 53, but in the hearing it's 31. But it's identified. The person had not registered whether, he's deaf or he's hard of hearing. They did not make a note of that. So we have placed the overall findings here. Okay. And also we check not only gender and not only deaf and hearing groups, but we also look at how much JSL and country sign has influenced this. And in JSL it's 272, and in country sign it's 15, right? So we also check and we do some divisions, and we check across, and we want to do all of Jamaica. So not only Kingston and not only St. Elizabeth can understand, but we're trying to make everybody in Jamaica get access. So we visit all of these people. We visit all the parishes. So over closer to the midwestern part is 65, and in the basically Middlesex, St. Anne, St. Catherine, Pomor, etc., it's 132. And in Kingston, St. Thomas, and Portmore, it's 76, right? So we left back with 11. So where they're from, we're not so sure. So the person did not make a note of that. So it's just 11. However, it's three of them from another country. They came as well. So how do we collect our data? Well, we use what we call the 8 categories of the vocabulary. So it's things, people, name of animal, and etc. So we use pictures. So we show pictures. Some of them, just words, but we show pictures and they would send and we'd look at it and some dramatizations and we use gestures for different signs and we list them out and we use them and we show them these different vocabularies. Right, so country sign with JSL, for country sign, we collect their signs by using the 10 vocabularies, right? So we record them when they're expressing themselves, saying stories, and we capture these moments and we use these vocabularies. So it's simple signing, emotions, food, time. We record everything. And we have all the JSL data recordings. And then what we do next, we have all this information and we have vocabularies, we have videos, words in JSL, around 76 words. However, the recordings were a lot. There were a lot of recordings. It's like 4,531 recordings, right? Compared to the vocabularies, but we had to do some editing, and that's where we collected our data. But how do we make a decision that, okay, yes, it's standardized or whatever? We look for signs. So we look for two or more signs, and we say, okay, if we catch two signs and they're similar, and we say, okay, this sign in JSL, this sign in CSL, we say, okay, all right. And there are a lot of signs that are, some of them are similar, some of them are same, but we work it out. So we work it out to say, all right, at least two. These two are the same. We use them. If they're different, then they're different, right? So I'm going to look at an example as to what our work looks like and how we know and how we sign in ever since. You thinking that, oh, JSL is the same everywhere in Jamaica? Well, there is proof and we're going to show that, all right? So you're going to see it, the self-control.
I'm up. Cool. Cool. Self-control, cool. You saw the three? One was, all of them is self-control, but the signs are different. This is a sign for vex. Vex. See the sign for vex? Almost the same. Next. Vex. All of these are vex. You see, there are two different signs. Some were signing it this way, some were signing it that way. But this is another example of two different signs for the dust. This chart is, well, this is showing that GSL is not the same all over the island. There are some variations. So we've been sifting through, working through, and the green bar on the chart shows that it's the same. And the yellow bar means that there are variations, right? In the animal column, the green shows that, most signs are the same. You notice that it has 16%. And the yellow bar, which represents variations, is 15%. For book names, %34 for the similarities and 38% for variations. For emotions, meaning positive and negative behaviors, 10% for similarities and 38% in variations. You notice when we do the total, when we do the tally of all the words, all the categories, you realize that when it comes to GSL being similar or variations, you realize the total bar, the similarities is 19%. Similarities, 19%. And 30% variation. That's the total. So that shows us that what that simply means is that variations are more common in Jamaican Sign Language than similarities. So does it mean that GSL is the same all over the island? The result shows differently. No, it's not. There are several variations. There are several variations. Variations is a beautiful thing. It's vibrant. GSL is vibrant. It's not, there are a few similarities, but the variations and the vibrancy, some learn from school, some learn from the community, but it's just variations. Hats off to the community. I love to see the variations in Jamaican Sign Language. It depends on where you grew up, your background, how you learned how to sign. So hats off. So we have another 50% that's left. What happened to that 50%? Yeah, finger spelling, meaning non-signing. I don't know the word for that. I don't know the sign for that. I just spell it. Some will say it doesn't, they give you a sign, but it doesn't correlate or matches with the concept. So, and limited literacy skills, you know, literacy challenges. Those are the concerns that we have. this we need more vocab, more exposure. We need resources to be created, develop educational resources, and share it with the deaf community so that there can be an increase in vocabulary knowledge and literacy strength. I'm finished. Does country sign influence Jamaican Sign Language? So we'll hand over to Tashai, the main researcher. The second question, does country sign have an influence over Jamaican Sign Language? Let's see. We have collected 1,243 videos in country sign. Compared to Jamaican Sign Language vocabulary, emotions, animals, things, places, etc. Country sign and Jamaican sign. In Jamaican Sign Language, we have 4,531 video signs. And then country sign, we have 1,243. Meaning we have a combined total of vocabulary of both JSL and country sign, animals, places, things, etc. Combined total, 4,229 signs. Comparative signs, words that are the same. For example, crying in JSL and country sign, it's comparative. There are about 58 signs that are comparative. We have decided that country sign has influenced Jamaican Sign Language. How did we come up with that decision? We did an analysis: home, hand shape, orientation, location, movement, expression, HOLME, home. And we realized there were 3 that were similar, whether it was HOL or LME, or there are 3 similarities in that. So when we did the research and analysis, we realized that. I'm not going to make this complex. I'm going to just give you a synopsis. There are 58 signs. How can we analyze if it has fully influenced JSL? We can't fully analyze it, so we really do need to do more work. And I'll explain next. We look at the vocab categories. For example, animal, they give us a sign in country sign and they give us the JSL. And we look at the both of them. And then we analyze the both of them. The signs, the vocab, Jamaican Sign Language, they will have, and sometimes there's none in country sign, or sometimes there's one in country sign, or there's none comparative. So I'm going to show you an example of the word cat. Cat. JSL and country sign, what the signs look like. That's the country sign for cat. All right. This is the country sign for JSL. This is the sign for JSL, sorry. So you notice that it's comparative, it's similar. Whether it's the index and the thumb or the middle finger and the thumb, it's comparative and similar. The word for the sign for beautiful. What is the country sign and what's the Jamaican sign language? That's the country sign for beautiful. This is a Jamaican sign. So what it means, location is the same. Hand shape, somewhat similar. Country sign is closed fingers. JSL is open fingers. Yeah. Notice the difference, right? The expression is similar. The sign for cry, both country sign and JSL. So this is country sign. That's the sign for country. That's the country sign for cry. And that's JSL. Either this one, some would use this hand shape or that hand shape. There are variations. So the meaning of the data, so the data results, the suggestions, country sign, for JSL, you can probably find a sign for the English word, but for country sign, you have to connect with concepts. So that's, the difference between Jamaican Sign Language and country sign. In Jamaican Sign Language, they haven't collected the data, which means that we need to collect the data on Jamaican Sign Language. Following country sign, collecting the data and comparing both country sign and Jamaican Sign Language. I will show you a country sign story. Means the interpreter, you will watch, and then I'll ask if you understand what the story was saying. Ready? No interpreting. So those who have experience in country sign, you can't comment. Those who are JSL users, those are the ones who expect to watch and comment.
All right, so give me some feedback. All right, so you'll get $1,500 in phone credit if you call the story. So who can tell me? Anyone caught the story? What was the context? Who can tell me what the story was saying? Everybody's so quiet. What's going on? All right, finally, a volunteer. All right, Akira. All right, so please spotlight Akira. You guys can see me sign in? Okay, good. All right, so what I got from that was the lady was talking about an emergency that happened between, it seems, the wife, and she got scared and she panicked. I was trying to get something. I think something happened on the road, some emergency on the road, and then the wife panicked. And I was just trying to basically understand what was being demonstrated. All right, nice. Good try. Good try. Thank you, Akira. Anyone else? Anyone else? Thinking, thinking. Okay, okay. All right, fine. So we're going to cut it. All right. So it happened, the story happened in Kingston. So people say, okay, Kingston, no. We're afraid of Kingston. We're not going to go. We're from St. Elizabeth, and that's what the lady experienced. And her sister, they're together. Her husband is protecting her when the bad things are happening, to contact the police, and the police came and was watching over, finding out what happened, and is stating that the girls should be locked so no one can't enter the house for protection. And they're traumatized. They don't want to come back to Kingston anymore. So that was the story, right? So as you see the story, we get vocabularies from it, like afraid, like dog, barking, police, police, or arrest, lock. So these vocabularies are what we got, and we edit and we make them, upload them into English words, and we link them with country sign. All right. So country sign and JSL. So first the team has to think and say, okay, is it possible? How much percent, right, can we work out with? Well, JSL is 80%. So it means the most of the signs are from JSL, and other is 40%. So we look at maybe similarity to be 20%, but with JSL being more and country sign being less, but they both can work together. All right, that's what we think. So it means that now moving forward, what we're going to do, Zandra will explain that part. So please spotlight Zandra. The interpreter, you can see Zandra. Yes. Okay. All right. So you see, recently we was talking about Tasha was talking about JSL and Countryside and how they can work together. And we'll show you what our next steps will be. So for in relation to Countryside and JSL being basically merged together, and we'll organize it in a way that we can have it running smoothly moving forward, and we'll collect more data from Countryside as well as Jamaican. So we'll continue to do research, JSL and Countryside, and we'll check and continue. And also, when we collect these vocabularies, we will establish a glossary. We'll have a glossary put in place, and they were working on it ever since, putting things together, and we'll print it and send it out for you to watch. So with Countryside and JSL, you can watch the vocabularies there, can watch it on the channel. All right, and we'll continue to make more content. We'll continue to film some more, and we'll upload more. And not only with Bible translation, but also information relating to Jamaican sign, country sign. And we'll make a lot of these videos and provide it to you guys so you can watch it and learn something there. All right. And also, more vocabularies, more signing. We want to increase that when we collect our data to make some more videos and post them, and we'll add them to our list. And Tashi is saying, in addition to that, we don't only do just one work, just JSL. No, we partner with the schools, we partner with the community in general, the churches, and we try to partner a lot. So in the future, maybe even the government we can have a partner with, and to make sure that there are available resources for the deaf community. So, majority, we won't be the main contributor to this. There will be support, and we need more research, more support in schools. Teachers, the principals will work with them for support for the deaf, hard of hearing, deaf and blind, deaf and disabled students, to make sure you get access with signing and it's readily available. All right, so that's a presentation. So we're going to now have 5 minutes for any questions, if you want anything to be explained, and then we'll close in prayer at the end. Okay? So any questions, feel free to ask. Any questions or maybe even comments, it doesn't really matter. Anything at all you want to say? All right. So this recording, when I'm done, it will be posted on YouTube. So some people might not be able to watch this. You can watch this on YouTube, and other people, you can let them know, can make them aware to watch it. Okay? And a question? Okay. Thank you, Sharon Brown. Thank you. Good job. Looking forward to see the Bible. Yes, thank you, Miss Sharon Brown. And AA, the person by the name AA, says, do you have country sign class? Well, official class, I am not so sure if there is an official country sign class. But me and my team, do we have country sign class? No. No. So country sign requires association with people who use the language. So the community is in St. Elizabeth, South St. Elizabeth, and Eastern St. Thomas and St. Anne, Hanover. These places in the future, maybe we can have sign classes for country sign. But for now, not to our knowledge about any country sign class. All right, so thank you for your comments. Thank you. And a person asks, what is the YouTube name? It is JSL Bible Translations. All right, so JSL Bible Translations, and it's there on YouTube. All right, so you can watch it. Okay? All right, good. Good. So thank you for your words. Any more questions and statements before I close with the Lord's Prayer? In JSL and Country Sign, we're going to show it. All right. So we're going to show the Lord's Prayer, and it's in JSL and Country Sign merged. Okay, so there we go. Clifton, please go ahead. All right. Amen. So thank you for your presence, to their support. Continue to communicate. Contact us. Find us here at our office. It's 1 Phoenix Avenue in Kingston. That's the address. And also on YouTube, on Instagram, Facebook. You can look at all of these things and find us. All right. So we appreciate you and we thank you, and celebrating your language, Jamaican language, your Jamaican culture, with your facial expressions and your body head to toe movement. We're celebrating that, and we're right. We love that. And also, most importantly, thank you to the 3 interpreters as well. Abraham, Antoinette, Tony, and Jordan. So thank you. Love you. Take care.